Welcome to The Breakdown, where we're breaking down marketing knowledge for auto repair shop owners like you.
Well, hi, and welcome to another episode of The Breakdown, where we take a topic and we break it down for you on our whiteboard and help you to get a better understanding. So today we're going to be talking about Google's local services ads for auto repair shops. Now, local service ads, it's 2025 as I record this. We've been talking about this a lot. It is a hot topic in the automotive industry. That's because LSA is new. It's newly available to auto repair shops. Um, Local service ads have been around for quite a while, and they have been used primarily in the home services industry. They were developed by Google for cases where somebody was going to be entering your home. And Google, the idea behind it was they would do a background check and everything on the people who would be entering your home before they would allow that business to be able to run these local service ads. You've probably also heard these referred to as Google Guarantee ads. In the auto repair world, they are not Google guaranteed, but they are Google screened. Many of the shops that are using LSA are seeing incredibly low cost per lead. We've seen as low as $7. And that is a interesting distinction between LSA or local service ads and your regular Google search, is that these are a pay per lead model versus your regular Google ads being a pay per click model. Um, when you are running these ads, they're going to look something like our graphic that we have up here, where it's going to have the auto repair shop's name, it's going to have the little green check mark, and it's going to say Google screened. It'll also show the star rating, and it will have a call button so that the person can click right there on that button and they can call your shop. An important thing to know is that there is a dashboard that goes along with this where you can go in and you can see the calls that came into your shop. You can listen to those calls, and you can actually dispute a call. If that was not a relevant lead, then you can dispute it, and you might get refunded by Google for that call. I do want you to understand this is not something that you dispute just because someone did not become a customer. It is something that you would dispute because it is not a relevant lead. You're an auto repair shop and somebody calls looking for a plumber. That's an obvious one. You're going to get reimbursed for that. But if you're an auto repair shop and somebody calls with a Peterbilt that they need to have an oil change on, that wasn't a relevant client for you either. But it may or may not get reimbursed. Now, if somebody calls and they need their check engine light repaired and you can't see them for 3 weeks, well, that's not Google's problem. They sent you a relevant lead and you need to pay for that. So, just a better understanding of how that works. So, with the way that they display these ads, it's at the very top of the page. So if you think about Google search, especially organic search, you've gotten pushed further and further down the page because you have ads like paid ads, you've got map results, or well, actually, map results, paid ads. Then you get down to your organic listings, and sometimes they even throw other stuff in there like AI overviews and things like that. So it takes your organic listings and it just pushes them further and further down the page. Well, this is at the top of the page. When that search results page loads, the person is staring at it and it sticks out to them because it's colorful and, like say, it's got the star ratings and some check marks and all of that. And it says large on their Google screens, which just sticks out to the person. And that's giving a trust signal to the person who is going to call. Google is essentially kind of putting their name behind your shop and saying, we've screened this shop. This is a good shop. You can trust them. Take your vehicle here. Now, for Google to do that, there is a vetting process that's going to happen, which means They're going to check your licensing and your insurance. Now, I know that there's no licensing for auto repair shops. However, there are some states that, I guess most states are going to require a business license. They're going to make sure that you have your business license and any licensing that the local area that you're in requires. They're going to make sure that you're insured, and then they're going to do a background check on the owners of the business. They're not checking your technicians and all of that, but they are checking the owners of the business. Some important things to know: your people need to have great phone skills. And that really goes across the board with Google ads in general, but especially these these ads. Um, we have heard people talk about that a lot of the calls that they get are price shoppers. Um, but I will say that it's very rare that somebody wakes up in the beginning of the day and they say, "I think it would be fun to call around to auto repair shops today and find out how much it costs to get a water pump replaced." Price shoppers have a need for auto repair, but if the person who's answering the phone can't get to that need, then these and other types of ads just may not work for you. You have things that you have to do in your business to make sure that you are converting leads to customers. The other thing that is hugely important to know about this is that it is category based and not keyword based. Well, your regular Google ads are keyword based, which means that if we put a keyword in there like Mercedes service or Mercedes oil change, that when somebody is searching for a Mercedes oil change, your ad will display. And on specialty shops like a Euro shop or a diesel shop, we can eliminate those keywords like mechanic near me or auto repair shop, because the likelihood of that person who is looking for an auto repair shop needing services from a diesel specialty shop or a Euro specialty shop is a lot less likely. So these are category based, and the category is going to be auto repair. So when somebody is searching for things like auto repair or check engine light or brake repair, for example, then your ad will display. So these are not good in most cases for specialty shops. That being said, we do have some specialty shops that will work on pretty much anything that comes to them. And in those cases, it's perfectly fine. And we're running these types of ads for them and they're having great success with them. But they're getting a lot of vehicles that are outside of their specialty. So know that. And also, this is a big opportunity. It is a huge opportunity right now for most shops because most shops aren't doing LSA, which means there's very little competition. And while there's very little competition, that means that your ad is going to be more likely the one that shows up. So to start LSA, you need to get verified, go through the verification process. It's really not that bad. There are some shops that have had a little more of a challenge getting verified for certain reasons, but for the most part, the verification process is not bad. It can, be done in as little as a few days. And when I say that, I'm talking about all the vetting. It doesn't take you a few days to apply for it or anything. Uh, then you need to answer the phone and have great phone skills, and from there, hopefully, you can dominate your area. So I hope that gives you a little better understanding of what Google's LSA or local services ads are. If you're interested in local services ads, we can run those for you. We can help you through the verification process. We can take care of all of it. And we are seeing some incredible results with them. So thanks for watching.